beverage here, huh?
Nothing hits the spot on a testosterone-fueled night with the guys like a good cocktail. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 drinks men like.
All right, gentlemen, it's refill time here. You might try some of them local drinks, you know, or Cuba Libre, Pina Colada.
For this list, we're looking at some of the most popular and beloved mixed drinks, served iced or chilled around the world, that probably appeal more to men than they do women. But if you're a lady who loves these drinks, that's great too. Number 10. The Mojito.
I ordered us a couple of Bacardi Mojitos.
Mojito, eso está muy bien.
Although there are several variations of this classic drink, the most notable being the Brazilian caipirinha. Alan Richson would agree there's nothing like a combination of white rum, lime juice, mint, sparkling water, and sugar to get you going. One of the secrets to making a good mojito is in crushing the mint leaves to unlock the full flavor.
It is your mojito.
Flame it.
While the origins are uncertain, with some stating that it was a cure for dysentery and scurvy that plagued the ships of Sir Francis Drake, there is no doubt that this delicious drink is from Havana, Cuba.
Mojito? You should try it.
Number 9. Sazerac.
I'll have whatever he's having. Sazerac for both of us. It's whiskey, not brandy.
Named after a brand of cognac that was originally the main ingredient in this potent drink, the Sazerac is the official cocktail of New Orleans.
2 Sazeracs. Where's your sense of adventure, James? This is New Orleans.
Generally a combination of cognac or whiskey, absinthe, bitters, and sugar. This drink has been fiddled with in many countries due to a ban on absinthe in various places, with those nations using anise-flavored liqueurs such as Pernod instead.
Do you know how to mix a Sazerac?
Sazerac, yeah. It's an absinthe and
Yeah, it's a form of suicide, but don't sample one because it'll light up your vest buttons.
Featured as the cocktail drunk by characters in countless movies and TV shows, it's claimed by some historians to be America's oldest cocktail.
This is the best Sazerac I ever had in my life. Fix me another one, honey, right away.
All right, everybody.
Number 8. Rum and Coke.
What was that?
A Bolson and a Cuba Libre.
The Rum and Coke, also known as the Cuba Libre, is a popular drink in many restaurants and bars throughout the world, served with either a lime garnish or lime juice.
You bitch! Why didn't you just tell me it was a rum and coke? Could I have what I ordered?
First created in Havana, Cuba, the cheap and widespread availability of its ingredients ensured its popularity skyrocketed, especially so after the release of the 1945 Andrews Sisters record, Rum and Coca-Cola.
Drinking rum and Coca-Cola, go down Point Cumana, both mother and daughter, working for the Yankee dollar.
The simplicity of the drink's composition has since inspired quite a few spin-offs, many incorporating golden or dark rum rather than the usual white.
Rum and Coke. How about a lime in that?
I'm vaguely offended by that.
Number 7. Tom Collins.
Okay, you don't smash the cherry on that. Just plop it in at the end. Try to keep it in the top of the glass. Gin.
Added to the lexicon of boozy drinks by pioneering mixologist Jerry Thomas, this cocktail deliciously combines gin, lemon juice, sugar, and carbonated water.
A little birdie told me that one of our guests here is a Tom Collins man.
Although the origins of the drink are obscure, it has definitely been around since at least the 1860s, and is supposed to have been invented by a waiter in London by the name of John Collins. Since Old Tom Gin was the recommended brand to be used in a later recipe that came about in 1869, historians figured that accounts for the drink's name change.
Bernard, this is a delicious Tom Collins.
What I did is I used real lemon juice. It's from our trees here, that's the secret.
He was squeezing all afternoon.
Yes.
Number 6. The White Russian.
What's your drink, dude?
White Russian, thanks.
What do you get when you mix vodka, cream, and a coffee liqueur? None other than this sweet and creamy cocktail. Ironically, the drink was not created in Russia. The name came about due to the origin of its main ingredient, vodka, a slight variation of the equally delightful Black Russian. which is the same drink without the cream.
Now this, like other Kahlua classic cocktails, can be enjoyed by men and women alike. So don't be afraid, fellas.
The drink's recent increase in popularity is undoubtedly due to its status as the favorite drink of the dude, the lovable and eccentric oddball at the center of the cult hit movie The Big Lebowski.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah, sure. White Russian.
The bar's over there.
Number 5, the Bloody Mary and Bloody Caesar.
Oh, that's so good. Oh.
And there is vodka in it, but not that much.
The main difference between these two drinks being the use of Clamato juice in the Caesar rather than just plain tomato juice as in the Bloody Mary. This classic has been called one of the world's most complex cocktails. Salt, pepper, celery, olives, Tabasco sauce, and Worcestershire sauce are just some of the many spices, vegetables, and sauces that are used to create its unique flavor.
Maybe you should slow down on the Bloody Marys.
I don't think you need any more.
Oh,
Let her have it.
you're gonna tell me what to do? No.
While many likely incorrectly recommend the tomato-based drink as an excellent cure for hangovers, studies have shown that the combination of a Caesar and an aspirin produces less stomach irritation than an aspirin alone.
Bartender, Bloody Mary, all positive.
Sir?
Number 4, the old-fashioned.
Who says this boy can't fly this old plane? There you go. Now I'm going to make an old-fashioned the old-fashioned way, the way dear old Dad used to.
Created by blending sugar and bitters together, followed by the addition of a spirit and a twist of lemon or lime. This is a classic that has made a comeback after being featured as the favorite drink of Don Draper of Mad Men fame.
You mean old-fashioned?
With a name that is said to have originated at a Kentucky gentleman's club in the 1880s, bourbon, gin, whiskey, or brandy can be the spirit of choice here. Just whatever you do, don't mix one for yourself if you happen to be flying an airplane.
What can happen to an old-fashioned, all right?
Number 3, Jack and Coke.
Get a Jack and Coke, Chris. Jack and Coke.
Question: who knew that Coca-Cola and Jack Daniel's whiskey would taste so great together? Answer: the United States Bureau of Chemistry, who cracked this dream combination in 1907.
Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke.
Similar to the Cuba Libre, the cocktail has increased exponentially in popularity, with Jack Daniel's having released a beverage that actually combines the two.
Jack Daniel's Black Jack Cola.
If you love the Jack and Coke and want to experience something similar, try the Piscola, a cocktail that combines Coke with the Chilean brandy Pisco. Number 2, Gin and Tonic.
Ted, what's in a gin and tonic? What's in a gin and tonic?
There are few drinks as prevalent in pop culture as this one. With appearances in the TV show How I Met Your Mother, the film The Year of Living Dangerously, the song Supersonic by Oasis, and several comics and books.
This is gin tonic and ice.
Gin and tonic always with ice, sir.
Gin tonic does not always have ice. Americans always use ice. I'm not an American. Get me.
All right, I'll take it. Thank you.
With main ingredients that generally consist of just gin and tonic water, and usually garnished with lime. The cocktail was created by the British East India Company in India. Concerned about the effects of malaria, the officers used quinine water, or tonic water, mixed with gin to make sure the troops stayed healthy.
Have you any tonic water?
Aye.
With some ice and a segment of lemon, yeah? And could you top it up with some Gordon's gin?
Gin and tonic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fine.
Before we take a sip of our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Bob, you want to give me a whiskey sour when you get a sec?
Add an ounce of sloe gin, an ounce of regular gin.
Would you guys like a Negroni?
I don't know what that is.
It's Italian. Tastes like grapefruit.
I don't want one.
Missing out.
And with our garnish, we are done. And that is how you make a Manhattan.
Number 1, the Martini.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
One of the world's favorite cocktails, and referred to by some as one of America's most perfect inventions. This classic beverage combines dry vermouth with vodka or gin, and with either olives or a lemon twist for flair.
Dry martini.
Oui, monsieur.
Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quinoa lily. Shake it over ice and then add a thin slice of lemon peel.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'll have one of those.
So will I.
It has been a favorite of filmmaker Luis Buñuel, author E.B. White, and the singer, actor, and author Noel Coward. as well as film's most famous spy, who prefers it shaken, not stirred.
I might as well ask you if all the vodka martinis ever silenced the screams of all the men you've killed.
It became a major cocktail of the mid-20th century and has given rise to many similarly delicious drinks, such as the appletini, chocolate martini, and espresso martini. But for the men out there, nothing beats the original.
Thank you.
Do you agree with our list? What cocktails are your favorite, guys? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Muddled. I mean, smash it.
It'll be nicer on the second one. You did a wonderful job on mine. Thank you.
Go take Mommy and Francine's orders.